Good morning, first graders. I am excited to come to you with a writing project that is one of my favorite things to do each year. So before we get started, first graders, I want to take just a minute and talk to your parents about writing in the classroom. Parents, I just want you to know that this lesson in the classroom would take 2 to 3 days to complete. In my classroom, students typically write for about 15 minutes independently, and then they look back at their work, then they bring their work to me, and we talk about things like making sure that we have capital letters and ending marks, that they are using spaces between their words, and that they are sounding out their words. And then we read the sentences to make sure that they make sense, that we didn't leave a word out, or that we didn't maybe write the word twice as we were writing. In the classroom, we know that writing is developmental. We are all developing writers, so we're at different places, so writing may look different from one student to the other. We have some students that work really, really hard, and they might get those 3 sentences about one topic, and that's fine if they're working really hard and they're doing their very best. That's where they are with writing, so we just want to encourage them to keep going. We have other students who enjoy writing, and they may write 5 sentences on one topic, and that's fine too. So wherever our students are, we just want to encourage them and talk to them about the good things that they do with writing and what they can do next to make their writing a little bit better. So as we go through this today, there are several places in the video where I will say, this is a good place to stop and write, or this is a good place to stop the video and come back tomorrow. But know that if your student is getting frustrated or stressed, to please stop, because we don't want this to be a stressful activity. We want them to be encouraged to be better writers, and we know that when we're frustrated that we are not encouraged at all. So back to my first graders. I love the book that Miss Barrett read earlier in the week, The Littlest Bunny in Georgia. So I'm really excited that you guys got to read that book. And then yesterday we started a thinking map about the littlest bunny in Villa Rica. So I did started a thinking map as well, but for my story, I will be writing along with you today, and I'm going to be writing about the littlest bunny in Carrollton. And that way my thinking map, and as I give you some examples of sentences, that will give you some ideas. But since my bunny is in Carrollton and your bunny is in Villa Rica, they'll be different. They'll go to different places. So this is, hold on, let me turn it around. So this is my thinking map. And on my thinking map, I have the littlest bunny in Carrollton. That's my title. And one place that the littlest bunny in Carrollton might go is Castle Playground. And then I could have put somewhere like Target, or something like Applebee's in Carrollton that the littlest bunny may have visited. So from there, once you had finished your thinking map, then we are ready to go to our title. So at the top of my paper, I would write, hold on, I'm trying to get my slides. I would write my title. I would write The Littlest Bunny in Carrollton, and you would write The Littlest Bunny in Villa Rica. And so for my title, it would look like this. I thought I could flip from selfie mode, but apparently not. The Littlest Bunny in Carrollton, but your title would say The Littlest Bunny in Villa Rica. So once I've written my title, then I'm ready for my opening sentence. And my opening sentence would be something like, some examples might be, one night the littlest bunny in Carrollton or Villa Rica took a tour of the town. Where do you think he went? Or you might write, one spring night the littlest bunny in Villa Rica hopped around town. Another sentence that you might use as an opening sentence might be, on the night before Easter, the littlest bunny hopped around Villa Rica. So I want you to stop for a minute and think about those opening sentences and decide which one you would like to write. And I'm going to pull those up on my screen so that you can see them. Okay, so this might be a good place, parents, for you to pause the video and have your student, they can either write one of these topic sentences or opening sentences, or your student might choose their own. Okay, so now your child has written, or first graders, you have written your opening sentence. So what we'll do next is we will write the beginning, middle, or the three, not the beginning, middle. We're going to work on the middle. We've just written the beginning. So we would like to write from our thinking map 1 to 3 places that the littlest bunny visited. So you might say something like, first, the bunny went to Castle Playground. He played on the swings and the slide. Remember, we like that extra stuff, so if we can give details, that's going to make our writing more interesting. So you might use words to show the order, like first, then last, or first, second, and third, to show where the bunny went. So this would also be a good place, parents, to stop the video and let your child use the thinking map to come up with 1 to 3 sentences during this portion to show where the littlest bunny would go in Villa Rica. After you've written the 3 sentences, up to 3 sentences for the middle, then this would also be a good place to stop the video and to restart it tomorrow for another section of our writing piece. So now we've written our beginning, that opening sentence, and we've written the end, or the middle, so we're ready to write the end. So we've written to tell our reader what our story is about, and we've written to tell where the littlest bunny in Villa Rica visited, and maybe added some details telling what the littlest bunny did in those places. So now it's time to write the end. This is the last sentence. It's going to tell our reader that the story is over. So some examples of some good ending sentences might be, after traveling around Villa Rica, the littlest bunny was tired, so he went home and went to bed. Or you might write, if you were the littlest bunny, where would you go? And end it with a question. Or you might like to write, the littlest bunny had fun hopping around Villa Rica. So those are some examples of some ending sentences that you could use. I'm going to try to pull my ending sentences up so that you can look at those. If you wanted to use one of those ending sentences, here they are, so you can look at those and see if that's something that you want to write. I know it's probably coming up backwards for you guys. When you're finished, go ahead and take a picture of this and send it to your child's teacher. And there is also an optional activity for Friday. This is just for fun, but we enjoy in class going to Art Hub for Kids or just any kind of directed drawing on YouTube, and your child could draw a picture of a bunny to go with their story. I hope you've enjoyed writing, and I can't wait to read your stories.